Time management. The first thing I can suggest to you is to buy your tickets as soon as possible. The earlier you buy, the more money you save, which will definitely be beneficial for other expenses in the future. If you know that attending all the days isn't going to work for you, that's okay. You can still get a one-day full conference or exhibit pass. Just look at the schedule beforehand, and that way you'll be able to pick a day that you know you're going to want to do certain things and maximize your time. Another reason why you want to actually look at the schedule beforehand is because certain events require tickets, especially like for the exhibit hall. So you would need to pick up those tickets as soon as you got to the conference venue, because if you find out about it around like a half hour before the event happens, you're going to miss out because those tickets would have already been gone hours before and even days before. So take note. Keep organized by using the app. Make note of all of the events that you want to attend and plan accordingly. Don't know where to start? Well, their app is for that. They actually thought of that, and they have avatars that represent certain interest groups that do attend SIGGRAPH. So you look at that avatar, see if it's similar to what you want, and it already has like a predetermined schedule for you. There's even one for newbies, so if you're not even sure, they got you covered too. This may sound silly, but you really need to schedule some downtime during these conferences, because there is a lot of stimuli and information just coming your way, and it can be a little bit overwhelming trying to be everywhere at once. So, just find some time for a little woo-saw, and then, you can get back at it. Where to stay? So, like any other metropolitan area, you've got options. There's the traditional hotel and motels, hostels, couch surfing, and Airbnb, to name a few. But be aware, the closer you stay, the more you pay. So if you want to be close to the venue, you're going to pay a premium. I chose a hotel that's not exactly in the immediate downtown metropolitan area because that costs more. So I chose to go further out and actually get a hotel that is fairly spacious and slightly cheaper. I don't mind taking the subway or the buses downtown because I've been in this area before. Right. So, transportation to drive or not to drive in Los Angeles. The short answer is don't drive. Los Angeles traffic actually ranks number 1 in the United States and number 14 overall, and there is a very good reason. It is horrible, and there's no such thing as a lull time except for maybe midnight to 4 a.m. And if you do drive, just know it's not for the faint of heart. Side effects include nausea, headache, and profound sense of hopelessness. So I highly advise against it. In addition to that, parking is a premium and an added expense. And just because you're at a hotel does not mean that parking is going to be free. And not even all hotels in the Los Angeles area actually have parking. So you're going to incur added expense and the responsibility of finding parking on your own. For the event itself, event parking can be really ridiculous. I actually spent time in LA a couple weeks ago for the Anime Expo at the same venue of the Los Angeles Convention Center and found parking a couple blocks away for $45. So, yeah, don't do it. On an international level, Bangkok, ironically, is number 1 on the list for world's worst traffic. So, you know, just so you know, there are other traffic areas that are even much more terrible, and not everybody in the world drives on the right hand side of the road. Actually, we're one of the few, and most of the world is driving using kilometers per hour versus miles per hour, including Canada up north. So if you don't know how to convert kph to mph, you're gonna come home with probably an unwanted souvenir of a speeding ticket. For instance, 80 kilometers per hour actually equates to about 50 miles per hour. So, you know, be careful. But in terms of LA and this particular conference, I, who reside in Southern California, I'm taking the train. What to bring? First, you're going to have your job fair material all set and squared away. Comfortable clothing is needed, so do make sure it's climate appropriate. T-shirts, shorts, or jeans, comfortable shoes, that is all totally workable here. Do bring an extra sweater or something for those panels because they do tend to be rather chilly inside. Do bring sunscreen. It is your skin is your largest organ, so please do take care of it. And even though you're going to be in air conditioning, it is really important that you hydrate. In addition to that, bring your own food. It is pretty pricey if you do buy food on the premises. I've seen food trucks there that are available. However, they are going to charge you about $11 for a hamburger. So if you can, bring your own food. Also, bring your own medicine. And I don't mean just your prescription medicine. Consider things that you're going to need in terms of if you have a cold or if you have any stomach problems, because the last thing you want to do is be sick and then have no idea how you can actually remedy the situation. Plus, if you do find a place in your hotel or somewhere nearby, it might cost you more if you then had just packed it on your own. And most importantly, bring an open mind. This is a really unique and awesome experience, but it may not go the way that you imagine it to. So go with the flow and really try to absorb it. This is like an extended field trip, learn from it, okay?